Are we live? Are we live? Welcome to another fabulous rendition of Tilly for this podcast. It's your host with the most. I do not brag or boast. And I'm coming to you guys live from Coast to Coast, episode 59. How y'all living? I'm living swell. It's your boy, I'm Krista Don One. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please be sure to hit the subscription button, the notification bell. Share this content with your friends, family, as well as your followers. If you want to support the channel even more, hit that join membership button. Remember, membership has its privileges, as well as you can send super chats, super stickers, as well as you can donate to your boy. $ I'm Krista Down One. Hit me at the Cash App. Anybody that donates to any live stream will be in the next live stream as the stream sponsor. You hear me? Now let's get it cracking, lacking. We got a lot of stuff going on today. We're going to be talking about Brittany Renner. Apparently, Brittany Renner was on a tirade on a recent podcast. We're going to, talk about that a little bit. We're also going to be talking about Asian Doll. We're also going to be talking about Meg the Stallion. So we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff in today's live stream. Now, this is an unscheduled live stream. Normally, too early for this podcast premieres every Saturday morning around 4 or 5 a.m. live EST. All right. Be there or be square. Okay. But beware and be warned because you have been informed. All right. Without further ado, let's get into today's topic. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about Brittany Renner. Now, if you don't know who Brittany Renner is, I don't know where the hell you have been. Okay. But Brittany Renner, if you've been living under a rock, allow your boy to explain. Brittany Renner has been in the news recently because she was on a recent podcast. Now, Brittany Renner used to be an ex-girlfriend or a side chick to the Charlotte Hornets forward PJ Washington. And it has gone viral doing some bizarre appearances on a couple of projects. Now, she was in this podcast called, and I'm probably mispronouncing this podcast, the Danzo Project podcast. Reynolds, who shared a child with Washington, appeared on this pod side talking about her relationship with PJ Washington, as she was also on this podcast with Charleston White, and things, let's just say, just got out of hand. All right. So now, basically, Brittany Renner, in a clip, Brittany Renner can be seen sitting on top of Charleston White, giving him a lap dance. Now, Charleston White was a special guest on this podcast. Shannon Bridges, who used to be heavyweight champion of the world, he was also was supposed to do an interview on this podcast. Things got out of hand when Reynolds splashed water on White, and also splashing water on other people on the podcast, basically talking about, and she started breaking down due to the fact that the interviewer started off the interview with Brittany Renner by saying, talking about PJ Washington. It's, PJ Washington, things are looking up for the guy. He got a contract with the Charlotte Hornets, and he was basically, look, he was baiting Brittany Renner because Brittany Renner and PJ Washington, they're not on the best terms. The only reason why these two coexist together is because they have a child together. And he was basically baiting her, saying, he just got a contract, an extension, how you feel about that? And you can clearly tell she was bothered by this. And she just went on a tirade talking about, she's okay with it. Wishing him the best of luck, wishing him the wishing that he gets everything that he wants in life. Brittany Reynolds was just saying the right thing, but you can just clearly tell from her facial expression and her body language that she despises PJ Washington. Now, she also talked about motherhood, about being in labor with her child, saying that her child torn her kitty during birth. Her child was almost 9 pounds, and basically telling everyone in this podcast, which was all males, what she had to go through and what she had to overcome in labor. Now, and then how she, that's her. That's all she cares about is her child. And it's just so bizarre. And she started throwing, trying to get everyone's attention, yelling and screaming in the mic, throwing water on set, accidentally or purposely threw water at Shannon Bridge, a bottle of water at Shannon Bridge. Now, she claimed in the in this recent interview that she was trying to throw it at someone else because she got irritated because someone was laughing, and she viewed it as, they don't care about her or laughing at her instead of with her. And you can clearly tell that there's something wrong with Brittany Reynolds mentally, but you can clearly also tell that she has some type of foreign substance in her body. Now, it could be the alcohol, right? Maybe Brittany Reynolds is not a type of person that can handle her liquor. It could be that. It could be, maybe she was on that powder. That powder, okay? And she couldn't handle the powder, and maybe it, I don't know, maybe some illegal or legal substances um that was in her body that she couldn't handle. Maybe it was the liquor, or maybe it was a combination of everything. But you can clearly tell she was very immature, behaved like a child. She behaved like a child that has a temper tantrum, uh, and just laying on the floor, kicking and screaming, embarrassing the parents, and everyone around the shopping center is watching this, and just can't turn their heads away from it. uh and she Look, I believe Brittany Reynolds, uh, can you have passion for someone who's not demonstrating empathy or passion for anyone else? You can feel sorry for Brittany Reynolds, all right? I feel like if Brittany Reynolds can do it all over again, maybe she would do things differently. And it seems like she's having, uh, bad a case of a bad remorse. Okay, basically, Brittany Reynolds is just looking at the retrospect of her life, and she just doesn't like where she is today. And I like everyone who's watching, not only hit the like button, but share this with your friends, family, and followers. But I need everyone that's watching this in the live or watching the rerun of this to get in the comment section and tag, uh, the next big booty chick. All right. Uh, every summer presents a new big booty chick. She's even younger. She's got even more of an attitude, more beautiful, more desirable. You know, the thirst community, thirst nation, stand up. The next girl, every guy is going to be lurking and thirsting for. And it seems like Brittany Reynolds have seen that time come and go. And now she's looking at it and she's saying, "Look, I'm heading towards, I'm heading into my 30s." I think Brittany Reynolds is already 30. I could be wrong, but she's in her late 20s into her 30s, and obviously, she's not the most desirable woman. that a lot of eligible bachelors want to associate with. She's not, she just not that it girl no more that a lot of athletes and actors or, clamoring for. Okay. Last time we talked about Brittany Reynolds before this podcast, before this bizarre thing that happened at that podcast, there was talk that Shaquille O'Neal was spotted with her at a restaurant or motel or something like that. And they were seen spotted with each other. But after that, you haven't heard too much about it. And, everyone's talking about, and Melanie King, she she did a retrospect of of the clip, and she was just breaking it down. And basically, first and foremost, shout out to Melanie King. Go check her out. Subscribe to her channel. Check out her videos. Tell her I'm Krista Down One sent you. Now you don't gotta do all that. But she was basically breaking everything down. She talked about her body language. When the interviewer asked her the PJ Washington question, you can clearly tell from her body language and her facial expression that she was not happy that the interviewer asked her that question. Like, you can clearly tell her and PJ Washington are not on speaking terms. They're just, the only reason why they're in the room together is because they share a child together. Nothing more, nothing less. And you can clearly tell that she was having buyer's remorse as far as when she's looking back at what has transpired with Brittany Reynolds over the past 5 or 6 years. It's not her proudest moments. Okay. And she was always pushing the agenda. She's for the streets. She was always pushing the agenda. She's Brittany Reynolds, and guys are gonna always be thirsting and lurking for her. A lot of guys have pretty much demonstrated it in a silent protest, or by their behavior, that she's not the most desirable woman that a lot of guys want to be associated with. Okay. Right now she's in the hit it or quit it club. Okay. You definitely want to hit it, but then after that, you don't want to have too much interest in her as far as cultivating a relationship or starting a family. She's not wifey material. She hasn't demonstrated that she could be wifey material. She even haven't demonstrated to being a good human being. I don't necessarily think you have to be a good human being, but you have to be a reasonable human being. And she hasn't demonstrated that she can at least be reasonable. Okay. And she also clearly demonstrates that, she wants someone to take care of her. All right. She wants to be a stay-at-home wife or stay-at-home side chick or whatever. And she expecting guys to still pay her bills and, lace her up in the finest import fashions and shoes and things of that nature. She wants to be taken care of, but she hasn't demonstrated desirable for an eligible bachelor or a high profile male. And she literally hit the wall. There are women out there who wants those same wants and desires as Brittany Reynolds that are 10 years younger than Brittany Reynolds. And there's some women out there that in the act bad movement, act bad movement, city girls are promoting it. But when you look at the city girls and you look at a Young Miami, she's pretty much a trophy girl for P. Diddy. As long as P. Diddy keeps giving her gifts, as long as P. Diddy, takes care of her bills and give her money and stuff, she's all good. Okay. But she's not going to give, that vibe that she demonstrates in the music video Act Bad to P. Diddy, because she's not going to, pretty much jeopardize that situation. Same thing with JT. Little Uzi Vert is messing with JT, and I'm pretty sure JT splurger and things of that nature. But none of these women, when you read the lyrics or you hear the lyrics to Act Bad, they're basically saying that, hey, I'm gonna disrespect you and I'm going to have a bad attitude with you, and you're not going to, break up with me because I'm attractive, and I'm going to act bad, against you. All right. So clearly, um, they know where their butter is breaded. But when you look at Brittany Reynolds' situation, Brittany Reynolds isn't that girl no more. She just isn't. And it is what it is. And she's not the most desirable woman anymore. Okay. And you can clearly tell that basically, hold on one second. Can you guys hear me? Hold on. Okay. Here we go. All right, you can hear me. You can hear me. All right. So Brittany Reynolds, if you, she's acting like a child on this podcast because Brittany Reynolds is not in her prime no more. She just isn't. And let's do a quick. I mean, I wanted to do this before we. Let's see, because I want to know her age. Even though you get to see the articles and things of that nature. Oh, here we go. She's 31. And these are the women, uh, uh, okay, she's 31 years old. She was born February 26, 1992. And she's 31. And she was once basically spotted with Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal is 51. Okay. Brittany Reynolds 31, Shaquille O'Neal 51. She was also once, she was once dating PJ Washington. And we all know the story about PJ Washington. PJ Washington, by the way, is 25. Brittany Reynolds is 31. All right. And we all know how that was set up. She was basically on the college campuses of Kentucky, and she was the only reason why she was interested in PJ Washington in the first place is because PJ Washington had a bright future as far as going into the National Basketball Association. So she knew if she gets her hands, if she gets an opportunity and get pregnant by PJ Washington, she's going to be taken care of. And, she did demonstrate it to PJ Washington that she can be a, a loyal girlfriend and a loyal wife. You have a kid by her, don't necessarily have to worry about her cheating on me and things of that nature. But then Brittany Reynolds, when she was going viral, and everyone started paying attention to Brittany Reynolds, she started to, drink her own Kool-Aid, started believing her own hype and think that, she can get a guy, just like that. And when PJ Washington and Brittany Reynolds could no longer, didn't want to be in a relationship with one another, he went on, he wifed up some other girl. And he's living his best life. Meanwhile, Brittany Reynolds, she's been on a couple of reality shows, been on a couple of music videos. She have had some viral moments on Instagram. The reason why I call Instagram Quinstagram, by the way, is because it satisfies the thirst of you thirsty mofos. All right. She's been on a Crystals commercial, side chicks, and things of that nature. And, now it's over with. Her run is over with. Now, guys have moved on to younger women that demonstrate that type of lifestyle, that demonstrates that type of behavior, the hood chick behavior. And, you know, the thirst community, shout out to the thirst community. They pretty much have moved away from Brittany Reynolds. All right. And now Brittany Reynolds, it seems like life has passed by Brittany Reynolds on social media. She's not as popular as she once was on social media. She still gets the likes. People still gravitate to her page. But I mean, Brittany Reynolds is not like she's talented. It's not like she's a great actor or well, a great actress. It's not like she was, she was on, she was, she was athletic, but her athleticism wasn't talented enough to, have her in amateur or professional leagues. Um, it's not like she can sing. All she's good for is she's attractive. And but you got to understand, in the war of pretty, there are plenty of women on social media that's just simply attractive. Okay, what else you're going to bring to the table? Okay, particularly if you're trying to parlay this into um, a career, or make money off of it. Okay, and when your star is dimming and fading on social media, and you're not talented enough to at least, you know, uh, uh, be a singer or an actress, or keep your name hyped, available on Love and Wives or whatever. When you don't have that buzz no more, what else you're gravitating to? I think she's hanging on to whatever she can hang on, and maybe, try to reinvent the wheel, and hopefully, that her and Shaquille O'Neal can, maybe Shaquille O'Neal can get her pregnant, and maybe she can go back to that route. Maybe some a millionaire, or an eligible bachelor, or a man that has high values, or that's very successful. A businessman or somebody will want to latch on to Brittany Reynolds, get her pregnant, and she can get her money that way. Okay, because what else Brittany Reynolds can do at the end of the day instead of look beautiful? All right, she does look beautiful. But in this recent podcast, it, you know, it really aged her, and it really defined her. And it looks like she hasn't learned from her mistakes. And, men that are very successful in life, or, millionaires, or actors, or athletes, they're going to, give a pass on Brittany Reynolds. Not because she's not attractive no more, not because she's older now. It's because nobody wants to deal with all that baggage. Okay, when you were at your apex, and you generated a buzz for yourself, there probably was men out there would say, I would tolerate it, because at the end of the day, she looks good. If I got to deal with her attitude and deal with her flaking out on me, I'll deal with it. Okay. But now, not so much. A lot of, she's pretty much a hard no to a lot of those, to that type of demographic. Okay. Now, you're still going to have some guys that are thirsty, that still want Brittany Reynolds. Um, and probably would take care of her, but those type of men don't have the capability of really taking care of her, or really splurging on her. Okay. And she hasn't hit rock bottom to deal with guys like that have 9 to 5 jobs, or making $100,000 a year. Okay. What, not 100, let's say below $100,000 a year. Okay. She hasn't hit the bottom yet. All right. It would not surprise me none if Brittany Reynolds starts a Fansly page, or OnlyFans page, and just basically make money off of the lurkers and the thirsters out there. Okay, but this interview is doesn't put Brittany Reynolds in the best light, and and it clearly shows that she's very immature. She's a problem, and you're gonna have to deal with all that baggage. Okay. Plus, there's another element, that there's a possibility that she can't hold her liquor. There's also a possibility that she has some types of she deals with other substances that she's dealing with. She has demons. Clearly, Brittany Reynolds needs to speak to a psychiatrist. Clearly Brittany Reynolds need a support group, to try to, get her back on the right track, particularly with life and everything. Clearly she needs something spiritual, religious in her life, because she's going to spiral out of control. And a lot of people laugh at Black China, but Black China was at a point in her life where she was somewhat spiraling out of control. Her mother, Tokyo Tony, talked about how she had demonic tattoos on her body and just wasn't living the best life spiritually and mentally. Self together again, back together again. We're going to talk about Black China as well as Holly Berry. But, um, Brittany Reynolds is going to have is a type of person, and we all dealt with these type of people before in our professions or friends or things like that, where you have to let them fall. You have to let them fall. You have to let them hit rock bottom, for them to start making the correct necessary changes in their life and in their behavior. Okay, because 5 years ago that was pretty cool. Brittany Reynolds can be can have an outburst and yelling and screaming and throwing water, but we talked about this when Brittany Reynolds was at Rolling Loud 2 years ago as well as this year. And when people asked her questions about her baby daddy, she would spiral into a tirade and start throwing water at people, throwing water bottles at people. Clearly, you can tell she's agitated by this. And this really agitates Brittany Reynolds. And now everybody knows what buttons to push with her. And people are going to continue to push your button so they can collect content off of you. Now this podcast, this podcast is popular and everything, but it has gone viral. you know, and it's not, putting Brittany Reynolds in the best of light. Brittany Reynolds? Yeah, Reynolds. Okay. I might mispronounce her last name. You guys know I butcher people's names on a constant, consistent basis. Why not? Why stop now? Okay, I've been butchering people's names. I'm gonna keep butchering people's names. But it is what it is. Brittany, but Brittany, she's got a ways to go, and she needs to have the right people in her life. She needs to be spiritually right. She needs to be mentally right. And, I feel like the first order of business she needs to do is stay off of social media. Stay off of social media. Get your mind right. Get spirit. Clearly, she has demons that she needs to talk to someone professional about, and rectify those things. I think also clearly you can tell that she's bothered by PJ Washington, and it seems like PJ Washington has moved on. He's not, and I think that really rubs her the wrong way. But that's what happens when you're co-parents. Okay, she thought that she can demonstrate this bad behavior, and PJ Washington was always going to be lingering and waiting for her and trying to give her a second chance, and that second chance never happened. Okay, and you can, but she clearly needs a lot of stuff fixed in her life, and I think she should just stay off social media, quit doing interviews, and take a sabbatical away from social media, and now she's a viral moment for podcasting. Okay. That's her lane. She likes to get on these dating these dating podcasts, or these podcasts with their own retrospects and their opinion based podcasts, the red pill podcast, the 305s and all that stuff. She's on that tip. All right. But like I said, where else can Brittany Reynolds go? It's not like reality TV is clamoring for her. She's not talented enough to make music. She's not talented enough to be in a movie or television show. Other than her making outbursts and throwing water at people and hitting people, that's can do right about now. And she's got a lot of growing up to do. That's all I gotta say on that. We got 5 people in the building. I really do appreciate that. Can you guys do me a favor? Do me a solid. Hit the like button. Share this content with your friends, family, and followers. Comment in the comment section if you will. Okay. But that's all I got for her. I hope. I know a lot of people wish the worst for her. But I'm one of those type of people that believe in second chances. And second chance don't mean we're just going to give you a second chance to correct the things you have. And then if you don't change from that second chance, we're just going to just leave you out there. It doesn't mean that, okay? A second chance means a second opportunity. Well, an opportunity to get better, spiritually, mentally, get your life in order. And if you need to speak to to a professional, then go right at it. If you need to speak to a priest or a nun, go right at it. Take care of yourself. Okay. It's all about helping yourself. Okay. And I know there's a lot of people that don't like Brittany, that despises her. I don't hate anybody, but I do feel like she should have an opportunity to get right in the head, get right spiritually, get right emotionally. But she also has a lot of growing up to do, and she has to understand that where she is in life, this is you. I mean, you can't go back into time. You can't rewind the clock. And you just missed out on a lot of good opportunities to be in a different space and to have you know to have the right fortitude around you. Okay, but it is what it is. All right. So moving on. We're gonna move from Brittany, and we're gonna be looking at Asian Doll. All right, now Asian Doll was camping. All right. We talked about this momentarily. I talked about how Asian Doll was camping out here, just lying and tricking and lying, talking about about OnlyFans. OnlyFans came to her, gave her a bag and wanted her to join OnlyFans. They gave her a signing bonus. She also talked about how she's making all this money on OnlyFans. Well, we got a lot of people that subscribe to Asian Doll's OnlyFans. And a lot of people are not impressed with Asian Doll's OnlyFans. Now, there were some people that, there's a lot of people saying that it's not good, it's trash, it's Garbino, it's trash juice, is dumpster truck, a dumpster truck nightmare. People are saying that it's not hitting. Okay, it's not even worth putting your debit or credit card information in there to even watch a month of Asian Doll, let alone to keep your credit and debit card information in there and re-up on her every month. They said there's not a lot of interesting things as far as pics and videos go. But look, I told you guys, and if you listen to my live stream, I told you guys it was pretty much going to go down that way. She's pretty much going to have pics and videos that are a little too naughty for Instagram, and she was going to re-upload this content on her OnlyFans. I also told you guys, people are subscribing to her for the wrong reasons. People are thinking that she's going to, have sex scenes or some adult content where she's messing with a dill pickle or a pineapple. They want her to show a pineapple or where. you know, people want to see that type of content from Adrian Doll, and I told you guys she was not going to deliver that type of content. All right, if you paid attention to the live stream. All right. But, I suspect that Adrian Doll wasn't going to give up that type of content. I said, if you're going to subscribe to her OnlyFans, know that going in, she's going to have some risque pics. She was going to have some risque videos. And that's pretty much it. You might see an ass cheek or two, but, you're not going to see her fully nude. All right. And I told everyone that that's how it was going to go down. And judging by the people that have done subscribe to her, they want their money back. Okay. They want their payola back. They're saying, like, man, this is trash. I suspected to get more out of this. And it's the same thing that happened to uh, F FBG Duck Mom. She said that she was going to start an OnlyFans, and everybody that had issues with her son uh, went in there, put their credit card, debit card information in there, and thought that they was going to get that type of content, only to be disappointed. Now, she said in her first month, she made like 10,000, maybe 10. I forgot the correct amount, but she said she made a huge payday on her first month. Now, since then, she hasn't been talking too much about her OnlyFans, and she, had first month she made a lot of money, but now, 2 or 3 months going in, I don't know how old her OnlyFans is. She's not making that type of money. I think people are wising up, like, we're not going to get the type of content that we was expecting. And Asian Doll probably saw that and said, oh, okay, if she can make that type of money in 1 month, then I can make even more money. Now, there's some reports out there saying that, at the end of the day, Asian Doll's probably going to make like 10 grand to do OnlyFans in her first month. And then after that, it's going to sizzle out. It's going to phase out unless she's going to be more daring and bowling, and giving the people what they want. We're giving the Thirst community, Thirst Nation, stand up, giving them what they want. Unless she's going to do that, which I don't think Asian Doll is going to do that, because she's not in that predicament or in that position where she has to do that. All right. She knows with her name alone, it's going to be always some thirsty guys that's lurking, that's going to always subscribe to her OnlyFans. Okay. So she's going to always generate money off her OnlyFans. And, she also made comments saying, still rapping at the age of 30 is kind of, corny. I don't know why she said that. There are plenty, Cardi B is 30, and she's making hellified bank from rapping. Okay. Jay-Z is like what, 40, 50 years old, and he's still making money off of rapping. P. Diddy, same age, he's dating young Miami. She's in her 20s, and P. Diddy's like in his in his 50s, and he's still making money off of music. Okay. So and Snoop Dogg, there's a lot of guys out there, guys and women out there that's making money off of music. If you're talented enough and people still want to hear your music, Eminem is still making music at the age he is. Okay. You can still make a lot. There's a lot of bank out there, music wise. Okay. Asian Doll feels like, when you're 30, you should just give up rapping and just giving up making music. Which, by the way, there's an article that a tweet surface of Ice Spice, trying to get some cash off of Asian Doll, because Asian Doll sent a tweet out there saying that tell me what's going, giving $10,000 out to single mothers out there. Ice Spice tweeted that she had like 4 kids and she's a baby mama, and she was trying to get up on the cash grab. This was before Ice Spice became the Ice Spice that we all know. And it's crazy how that tweet done resurfaced. And back then, Ice Spice was just trying to get into the biz. Asian Doll was at her apex. But now when you look at it now, Ice Spice, she is the princess or the queen of rap, and Asian Doll is on her way out as a rapper. Okay, it's crazy how that ultimately uh, happens. Okay, but it's all about who's popular. It's all about who's got the juice, who's got the clout, and who's got the buzz. And Ice Spice is clearly the one with all the juice and all the pull and all the clout. And Asian Doll musically hasn't resonated with a lot of people. So now you see how Asian Doll switched it up. She's not, into rapping no more. Now she's doing OnlyFans. Okay. Same way with Sweetie. Sweetie had a couple of hits. It's been real. It's been fun. Has been real fun. Now she's doing Fansly. Okay. It is what it is, and we talked about how, a lot of these girls that are in the music scene that wants to be these rappers, are, social media influencers. And they put their hands in so many different pockets, getting money from here and getting money from there. So it makes you wonder, was Agent Doll really that serious in music, or she was just doing it to get a couple of dollars out of it? Okay. How seriously she really invested as far as music wise. Okay. But it is what it is. So everyone's saying that Asian Doll's OnlyFans is trash juice. Would not surprise me none if you don't hear too much about it and she stopped generating income on it, and she's gonna move on from OnlyFans to something else. Okay, just hopping and jumping on something to make money off of. Okay. We got 5 people in the building. Do me a favor. Do your boy a solid. Hit the like button. Share this content with your friends, family, and followers. Comment in the comment section. You heard me? All right. So moving on from that. I told you I wanted to talk about this in the last live stream. It seems like Halle Berry and um her ex husband. They've been divorced. They've been divorced for a long period of time. I want to say they've been divorced for like 7 years. They finally reached agreement on their settlement. Halle Berry is going to give him spousal support. I think it's like $8,000 a month. And she's also going to split the bill. Take care of the bill as far as the kids, with their child's education and college and things of that nature. He don't have to take care of none of that. He's going to get $8,000 a month from her, which is, it's a lot of money for average person, like an average person like you and I. I don't think that's a lot of money for him. I think his name is Santana or something. I think he something like that. It's money, but to him, that's not a lot of money that's going to keep him in the lifestyle he was once with Halle Berry. Like I said, they reached a settlement, and they are officially divorced. Okay, and I'm telling you guys, ever since COVID, a lot of people have been maneuvering and re-evaluating how they're doing and taking care of things and their responsibilities financially. You know, you still got the Hollywood, you still got the strike going on with the actors and the writers now. And it seems like that is not going to go away anytime soon. You just see a lot of these, people that we see on TV and movies or on social media, and we say to ourselves, "Man, they live their best life. They got But you see them in certain situations, and Holly Berry, she is an accomplished actress. Okay, she's been in a lot of films. She gets roles. She can get any role she wants to. I think her name is good enough where she can be in a role or two. They also said that it could that their situation between her and her ex-husband could change depending on the projects that she's going to be signed to. But if you've been checking out the recent projects Holly Berry has been signed to, she was in that space movie. No, it was a show on CBS, like she was like an astronaut or something. I don't think CBS was paying her that type of money. Plus, that show has canceled. She hasn't been too much in the movie scene, and is it because there's not a huge demand for Halle Berry, or Halle Berry is just lowballing and just getting into doing a lot of things on the cheap and not really commanding what she can command on the open market? She's not in a lot of blockbuster films or films like that can send her career skyrocketing back again. She sort of, been in a lot of projects that, you know, the only reason why come that project is popular in the first place is because they Holly Berry is in the project. Okay. So I don't know if she's doing that because Hollywood is not don't really have an interest in Holly Berry. I highly doubt that. Or she's doing that to, where she don't have to give her ex that type of money. All right. It could be a combination of the both. I don't know. But, you know, they reached an agreement, a settlement, and it's good for her and it's good for him, and they're gonna move on with their lives. All right. Meg the Stallion was, it seemed like Meg Stallion is back on her hot girl summer, even though summer is almost over with. We're about to go into the fall. She was on a press run talking about the Tory Lanez situation. Tory Lanez is going to have to be doing some prison time. And she was on that tip. Now she's been spotted on nightclubs. She's back on social media, and she's talking about coming with some good music. I mean, and making some going back in the studio and making some good music. Live Nation, Rock Nation is managing Meg the Stallion. They have put a lot of energy, time, resources, and money into her, and now they want to see their investment paid off. Okay, they got her out of her deal with her old record company. They stood by her side with the incident with Tory Lanez and Kelsey and that girl and that uh shooting. You know, and she's also had a lot of people have not said a lot of kind things about her. All that is behind her, and now she's talking about coming out with some new music. So I'm pretty sure she's going to go back. She's going to get into the studio, make some hits. Now she broke up with her boyfriend that used to write lyrics for her or help her with her lyrics. And the last time I talked to her, I not talked to her, act like I talk to Meg Thee Stallion all the time. Anywho, the last talk of Meg Thee Stallion is when she was dating this soccer star. I don't know who she's dating now. Maybe she's not dating nobody, but it seems like Meg Thee Stallion has put all this stuff to bed and she's moving. Uh, she's past all this, and now she's back in the lab again, making some music. Hopefully, we get to hear a sample of some of her music before this year is up. I'm pretty sure they're scheduling her next album close to next summer. All right. So be on the lookout for that. If you're a Meg Thee Stallion fan, be on the lookout for that. All right. So in other news, Marjorie, Steve Harvey's wife, she issued a statement about the recent accusations that she done cheated on Steve Harvey with the cook, the cleaner, the butler, the bodyguard, the trash man, the post, the postman, the milkman, the UPS, FedEx at the same time, the guy that's in the drive-through at Wendy's. I mean, everyone, and this is allegedly. Everyone is accusing her of cheating on Steve Harvey. She's completely denied that. Steve Harvey was was at a recent show. He denied it as well. No one has put any receipts out on whether or not this is true or false. I told you guys from the jump, all of this is good gossip, is good talk. But other than that, this could all be a fairy tale. All right. So I always said allegedly. I didn't put too much stock in it. I did talk about it. And that's as far as I'm going to go with it, okay? Now, if you pin me to the corner and say, hey, yo, Chris, you think this is real? You think this is true? I'm going to say no. I just haven't heard enough for it to even be true. Steve Harvey is denying it. Marjorie is denying it. Now, these other people, if they come forward and say, hey, look, we done had a relationship. Here's the receipts. It's subject to change, but as of right now, I'm just gonna sit up here and say these are just false lies. All right, but allegedly, like I said, allegedly, we talked about it, and that was on Too Early for This podcast. When did I do that? I didn't do that Sunday. I did it Monday. All right, so yeah, it is what it is. All right. In other news, and I should have talked about this on Too Early for This podcast Monday, but we're gonna talk about it right now. Tasha K tried to offer a buyout or a payment to Cardi B. Tasha K, and let me pull this up. Hold on one second. I don't want to be talking outside my neck about this, but we're gonna get into it real fast, real quick. Hold on. Give me a second here, folks. Give me a second. I had it in my notes. Give me a second. All right. Where were we? Okay. I know I had this. I know I had this. Here we go. I think this is it. Okay, here we go. I told you I had it. Tasha K offered Cardi B 220K quarterly payments for the defamation lawsuit settlement. All right. So Tasha K has offered to set up a quarterly payment of 220K to settle her defamational case with Cardi B. According to court documents obtained by XXL this week, the YouTube blogger, I don't know why they say vlogger. Tasha K is not a vlogger, okay? She's a blogger, okay? She's a gossip blogger, all right? Asked to set up a payment plan to handle the outstanding debt she incurred from the lawsuit earlier in the week. Tasha planned to file a Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which figured out how Tasha wouldn't handle all the debt. We talked about that. That bankruptcy has been denied. We talked about that. I'm not going to go into what else. Tasha K says she's about 50 to 100K in total assets, while she's sitting on $1 million to $10 million in total debt. All right. Among her assets are 2021 Chevrolet Silverado, home furniture worth $500, Oh, no, home and furniture that's worth $500, electronics that's 2,500, no, 2,500 worth in clothes, and 2 Louis Vuitton purses. Okay, to settle this $3.8 million lawsuit that Cardi B has on Tasha K will pay the rapper 220K in 20 quarterly payments. The 30-year-old artist has yet to respond to Tasha K to propose a payment plan, but will get a chance to vote on it to approve or disapprove. Tasha K next confirmation hearing is set up for October the 23rd in Florida. Cardi B may go through with the payment plan, especially given how aggressive she has been getting her money from Tasha K. Okay, we're not going to go into that. Tasha K has filed she filed against her in 2023, where the documents signed off by the judge. We're not going to go into all that. Okay, all right. So basically, in a nutshell, hold on. Did I mess that up? Yeah, I think I did mess that up. Okay, I done lost where I was at. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Okay, so learning all that. So, and I talked about this, and we talked about this in a live stream when, and we've been talking about this for a while. We done talked about Cardi B taking Tasha K to court. Cardi B winning her verdict against Tasha K. Tasha K going on social media with the hashtag I ain't got it, moving her money around to different accounts, threatening to move to Africa when all that stuff did not work. Then Tasha K try to change the ownership of her company, as well as it didn't work. Tasha K tried to file for bankruptcy. When that didn't work, now Tasha K is trying to set up a payment plan to pay off the debt of Cardi B, figuring I'm just gonna slow this. If she's gonna get money from me, it's gonna be very slow and very deliberate. And she's not gonna get all her money at once. Okay. Now her assets, and I talked about this in when you're doing bankruptcy, the judge is your attorney is going to ask you about your assets. Okay, do you own your home? Do you have multiple homes? Your furniture? Do you have any art? Do you have anything valuable? What about your house? Your cars. Whatever. Okay, and they're gonna have a list of everything that you have accumulated that is that's valuable. Okay, and as well as if you're working, how much you make a week, a month, a year. Okay, so they're going to look at all this stuff. Okay, and they're going to know more about you than you. And best believe, when you are going into bankruptcy, the people that you're trying to they know this too. The people that you owe a judgment to, they know how much you make. They know how much assets you have. Okay, and clearly, Tasha K in the bankruptcy, she was not honest about it, but she only listed things that she didn't mind. If it's all said and done, if she takes that, she's going to give it to her. All right. Clearly, the judge sees some tomfoolery in Tasha K, and Tasha K tried to use this judgment as into this bankruptcy so it could be forgiven and she don't have to owe a dime to Cardi B. and it did not work. Now, they're going to use Tasha K as a poster child. Okay? And when I mean they, the justice system, YouTube, social media, they're going to use her as a poster child. So when the next blogger says some untrue things about a company or about an individual, particularly an individual that's in entertainment, and by you spewing this verbiage, you can get them, and if people believe in what you're saying, you can pretty much destroy someone's career. You can destroy someone's value, particularly when this person is trying to strike deals like Cardi B talked about in the court proceedings, that she had a deal with Call of Duty and she was going to be featured on the next Call of Duty. And when this stuff came out about this, when this fake news came out, Activision said no to Cardi B. And then Nicki Minaj came through, and now look at Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is on Warzone. She's on Call of Duty, and she's making money off that. She's making bank off that. But just imagine, Cardi B lost deals like that, and she talked about it in the defamation lawsuit. How what Tasha K was spewing was not factual. None of it was true. A lot of it was made up, and Tasha K had to admit on stand that yes, all this was not true. It's fake. It's just entertainment. I'm a comedian. That's when she started pushing the narrative that I just tell jokes. Okay, I'm just being a comedian. Okay, this is just giggles. All right. Well, that shits and giggles got you a $3.8 million lawsuit on your head that you don't want to pay. Now, there's a lot of people that's going to sit up here and tell you that Tasha K, she's she's on YouTube. YouTube content creators on YouTube don't make that type of money. They don't make that type of bank. All right. She shouldn't have to pay that. Was she wrong? Yes, she was wrong about spewing all that nonsense about Cardi B. But why y'all gonna make her pay something that she clearly can't afford? Well, the reason why the judgment is $3.8 million. Tasha K makes a lot of bank, not only on YouTube, but on Facebook, on Instagram. She makes a lot of money on those platforms. Not to mention the fact that Tasha K has endorsers that advertise their commercials on her live stream. She makes money there. Not only that, Tasha K makes money off of her app. So Tasha K is a walking money machine. Okay, don't get it twisted. Don't get it confused. And you don't think Cardi B and her legal team doesn't know that? Y'all just think that she can't afford $3.8 million. She can't afford it. That's why she's got the lawsuit. And I think Cardi B wants all her money at once. She's not going to accept this slow of a payment plan, because you're basically saying, yeah, I owe you this money, but it's going to be a long time in hell before you collect all this money. Now, the judge could look at this and say, you know what? It may not be the best deal for Cardi B, but she is getting her money. She's not getting it in a timely fashion. She's not getting all of her money. I might go forward in saying, okay, this is good enough to just, get this out of court. Okay, you're going to get your money. You're just not going to get it as fast as you want it. All right. Now it's up to Cardi B and her legal team to approve this or deny this. I get a sneaking suspicion there may be a possibility where this could be approved by Tasha K's legal team. But a lot of things have happened since then. Now, this judgment is collecting interest. Also, Tasha K, even though Tasha K has bank, she's pretty much, has to get a lawyer. That costs money, folks. Now, she did lowball and got her an attorney that didn't know what the hell she was doing. Olga, whatever her name is. And I told you guys, she was not qualified to get Tasha K a W. She just wasn't qualified. Now, maybe Tasha K knew that, and it was all good in the hood for Tasha K. And maybe Tasha K said, you know what? I'm not going to spend a lot of money fighting this case. I'm just not. And you know what? If this is if I have to do this, then fine. But you know what? I'm not going to get the very best attorney to fight this. And maybe Tasha K knew that going in. All right. And that's why Tasha K has gotten the cheapest lawyers. That's why Tasha K, is trying everything to get this judgment overturned, and she doesn't have to owe anything. And maybe Tasha K is going through bankruptcy, going to Chapter 11. She's trying anything and everything to not pay Cardi B. And she just exhausted all of her options. I think the only option Tasha K has is paying her, because she done explored all her options. This is it, folks. This is it. So, Tasha K is in a bad situation. She was in a worse situation, and now this worse situation has evolved into a bad situation. And it's up, Cardi B and her legal team, they might take this. They may ask for more. They may ask for the whole amount. And they're gonna wait it out, and they're gonna figure out what's the best course of action. But hey, it is what it is. So, Tasha K, she tried it. She tried to not pay this judgment. Now she's at the point of no return where, you know what, I gotta pay this judgment. This judgment is not going to be reduced. This judgment is not going to go away anytime soon. And I don't have a lot of options or a lot of plays to turn this around to where I don't have to owe nothing. But but that's what happens when Tasha K had a vendetta against Cardi B, and this is going to cost her some money. I don't. It. This is this was bad all the way through. I think Tasha K is a loose cannon. I think her husband tries to wrangle her in and try to get her to not be reckless. But shout out to her husband. A lot of people praise her husband. And now a lot of these actors and athletes and actresses and social media influencers, they're now taking these bloggers to court. Now, Jason Lee has also been taken to court as well. I mean, even though Jason Lee was laughing at Tasha K and hoping that Cardi B gets all her money from Tasha K and joking about it, ha ha, kiki, and snapping his fingers under the table. Now Jason Lee has a lawsuit against him. So now he'll get to see what Tasha K has to go through. These it, I'm not saying it's the beginning of the end of the bloggers, these celebrity bloggers. I don't think it's the end of them, but I do feel like a lot of these bloggers, and the Shade Room issued an apology about 50 Cent. Remember a while back, they posted a story about this lady saying that 50 Cent have a small penis, and turns out to be false. This lady, he took the Shade Room as well as this lady to court, and the Shade Room had to issue an apology. I think the lady did as well, and he accepted it, but and they had to pay. So these celebrity bloggers of the Shade Room, Tasha K, TMZ, they have to be careful. Now with TMZ, a bit more careful. They're not reckless at all. They make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed before they post anything. It has to go through, they check out the story before they post the story. They try to be first on everything. But a lot of these celebrity sites, these celebrity gossip sites and bloggers and YouTube content creators, you just gotta, they're even more careful because they don't want to be the next Tasha K or the next Jason Lee. All right. I remember, Nicki Minaj was threatening to take a content creator called Nosy Ho to court. I don't know how that turned out. Even though I heard about it a couple of months ago, I haven't heard too much about it now. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait and see. All right. But yeah, you got to be careful out here. And sometimes, and uh, I always say this. I don't care about being first with a story. I don't care. Now, sometimes I be first posting something, and I get the numbers, but I rather be thorough and be in the middle or to the end of the pack of a story than trying to be first. Because sometimes when you be first, you hurry up and post the story, and then the story changes like within minutes, and then it changes overnight. Then you have to do another video to correct the errors on the first video. And I'm not trying to say I'm holier than thou, I got journalistic integrity and all this bull crap. I just want to make sure that the story is authentic. Okay. So sometimes being first can be a bad thing. All right. That's basically what I'm saying. All right. So that's it on that story. Woo, tell you what, my voice is cracking. Okay. Um, so I'm done. I'm done. That's all I got for this live stream. I really do appreciate everyone that stopped by, hit the like button. No one commented in the comment section, and that's all good in the hood. Please, be sure to hit the subscription button, the notification bell. Share this content with your friends, family, as well as your followers. We'll be back at our regular scheduled time, Saturdays, 4 to 5 a.m. EST. All right. I know a couple of weeks I have been, skipping Saturday and going and doing it on a Monday. If there's any stories that go down the rest of this week, I mean something significant, then Too Early for This podcast will be back on next. Will be on Saturday morning. If not, y'all got two too early for this podcast in less than a couple of days. All right. So if nothing significant breaks down, or goes down, then there won't be a too early for this podcast this Saturday. Now, I told you guys that I'm going to start making content for my membership audience. Okay. And if you want to become a member, all you have to do is hit the join membership button. Remember, membership has its privileges. And I'm gonna have some content later on this month. And I'm gonna do something special for the people that hit the join membership, as well as I'm gonna be uploading videos. Uh, a lot of people have been telling me they like my other videos where it's actual video footage. I have sound effects and laugh tracks and things of that nature. And they want me to go back to that. If I have time, I will do that. A lot of people, y'all got to realize that takes a lot of time. And when you don't get the result, like, something like that, I'm happy for whatever views I get. I'm happy for whatever comments I get. I'm happy for whatever likes I get. However, when you start editing videos, chopping stuff up, that stuff takes a while. And I try to give you guys that type of video, but unfortunately, I can't give it to you all the time. Okay, due to time restrictions, and plus, you know, the end result is just not feasible. Okay, so I say to myself, okay, I'd rather have the capability of uploading 5 videos in a live stream in a week versus one video and maybe not doing a live stream that week. So I feel like it's a quantity over quality, right? But yeah, whenever I get time, I will do it. All right. But I hope everyone understands. I really do appreciate everyone that have been subscribing. I really like to give a shout out to my day one supporters. There are people that are subscribed to my channel from day one. I really do appreciate you guys still subscribe to my channel. I also like to give a shout out to the people who are just now subscribing. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate anybody that just watch a video. I would love for you guys to watch it from start to finish. Love for you guys to watch all the ads and don't skip them. But I know there's, everyone has a life and everyone has a certain amount of time. And I know you're not going to be able to watch the whole video or go through a whole ad. But if you could, I really do appreciate it. But I really do appreciate anything or any how you contribute to the channel. I appreciate it, everything you guys do. You guys are the reason why I continue to, uh, do live streams, videos, and things of that nature. All right. So I'm about to get up out of here. It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy, I'm Christian Down One. Like I said, if something significant breaks down this week, we'll be talking about it. Back at it better again on Too Early for This podcast. We're going to get it back crack-a-lacking on Saturdays, 4 to 5, live EST, and you can watch the rerun whenever you can at your leisure. Okay, so I'm about to call it. I'm about to call it. Your boy is pretty much going to wrap it up. I'll see you guys hopefully next Saturday morning. And I'm up out of here. I'm definitely up out of here. So I'm going to wait till it gets to the 22nd, to the 1 hour and 20-minute mark. I like to end it on a high note. I talked about a lot of stories. I jam-packed a lot of stories in an hour and 20 minutes. Okay. So, guys, I will see you when I see you. Deuces.